Good afternoon and welcome. Alright, got an image I want to do today, so let's go ahead and click on upload. The image I want to do is a couple of my favorite musicians. So let's get over here and see if we can find this. Actually, I think it's pretty close here. We'll just find it that way. How about that? There you go. Ozzy Osbourne and Randy Rhoads. Good legends. Alright. I want to do this on an 11 by 14 canvas, so obviously this image is way too tall, so I need to crop this down. So let's come down here to crop, click on crop, and see we've got a little bit of a white border in here too, so let's get that out. I'm actually going to bring this in a little bit at the top, steal a little bit of the frame from there, get that white out on that side. Alright, now we have to bring this up quite a bit here on the bottom here to too much. Bring that down just a little bit. Alright, I think that's about as much as we're going to get out of that. So let's go ahead and go down here to crop and click crop. Alright, looks pretty good. Let's get this to size now. So let's change this over here. Let's click on measurement, click on that drop down menu, click on inches. Alright, let's start here on our height. We've got 14 inches. We've got a lot of black around this image, so we really don't have to go complete 14 inches. So we can actually go 12.5. That actually looks pretty good. You look at that width, we're just under 11 inches there, so I'm going to leave it right there. And I'm going to click on this DPI and let's go ahead and bump that up to 300 and click OK. Alright, there's our image right there. It looks pretty good. We just need to change this a little bit. My canvas is painted white and then painted black. So I need to set this up. I'm going to choose a material here. I can do it on my own, but I'm going to go ahead and choose a material and make it easy on myself. So let's go ahead and click on Norton, and I'm going to click on white tile painted black. Same principle as the white tile painted black. That's what we're doing. It's white canvas painted black. Click OK. Alright, there's our image. It's all ready to burn. So let's go ahead and get this downloaded. And I'm going to download this as a PNG. Let's go ahead and click on that download PNG, and you see there, alright, our file's all ready to go. So let's get it into Lightburn and get it set up. Alright, we're in Lightburn. Let's go ahead and click on File. And then click on Import. Alright, and here we are in downloads. So our file's right here ready to go. First file, we're going to click on that and bring it in. Alright, first thing I want to do is I want to set my speed here. So I'm going to set this, I'm going to run this at like 4,000. I know I can tend to get that fast on my canvases if I set my speed, power right. So I'm going to do right now, I'm going to set this at about, say 34%. That should be enough to pull out those whites. So let's go ahead and excuse me. Let's go ahead and click on our cut tab here. I'm going to check everything out. Normally you would come in here and set this on pass through so you can run your preset algorithm that you chose in Imager. I'm not going to choose that in here. I just want to check some settings in here, let you see the settings in here, but I'm actually going to adjust that in the image adjuster. So anyway, in here you can see where I've got my overscanning set. I've got that set to 2% rather than a 6% normal. It still works, and it cuts down on the overscan a little bit, so it saves a little bit of time. My machine tends to run a little bit better on 90 degrees, so I run it on a 90-degree scan angle. Your machine may run better on a 0-degree scan angle. If it does, by all means go ahead and run it that way. You can run the same image either way, it doesn't matter. I just prefer to run it on the 90 degrees. Anyway, everything in here looks good, so I'm going to go ahead and click OK. Alright, now we'll go ahead and we're going to put your cursor over the image, and you're going to right click on that, and you're going to click Adjust Image. Alright, let's go ahead and click on that box and blow this up so now you can see your image. Now what I want to do is I'm going to switch this over here to negative image. That way you can see what your image is going to look like. And that's our image right there, even blowing it up. That looks pretty good. We're actually set to Jarvis here. I'm going to leave this blown up here so you can see what's going to happen. Now if you were to select pass through in the cut layers tab, basically this is what would happen. You'd be the same thing as threshold. So you can click on threshold and it shows you the adjustment there. Now you can see what it's done. It looks pretty good, but as you zoom in you can see that you've got a pattern here. I tend to not like this pattern, so I'm actually going to fight it a little bit, as they say, by not going with threshold. If I select Jarvis, you can see how it's going to clean this image up. You can see how it's cleaned it up, and it looks really good. We've got some nice shading in there. All our whites are nice. So I'm going to leave it on Jarvis. I'm not going to mess with that. So we're going to go ahead and click OK. Alright, another thing I want to do over here is I want to go up here and I'm going to turn this around, only because I have my machine turned sideways. So when I turn this, when I arrange my image, I'm going to click on arrange here and I'm going to rotate this 90 degrees counterclockwise. So you can see where the foot of the image is here. That's actually facing towards me. So when I'm looking at the machine, this is actually upright to me. So if yours runs better the other direction, by all means put it that way. This just works best on my machine for me. So it's all for convenience. It's nothing that has to be done. It's not set in stone. Anyway, so that looks good. The only thing we need to do now is go up here to Window, and we're going to click on that, and we're going to check our preview and see how this image looks. Alright, this image looks pretty good. I can click this on invert and see what it looks like. This is inverted. Something tells me that I've set something funny here, so I'm going to go back and make a change. Click OK. I'm going to hover over the image and right click and go down to Adjust Image again. It's actually good that I forgot this, so I can let you know. When you make this change here and you switch this over to negative image so you can see what's going on, make sure you switch this back, because if you don't, your laser is going to burn that as a negative image and you're not going to like the results. So make sure you switch that back so you actually have the negative image, because that's what we want to burn on this, not the positive image. So this is exactly how it's going to burn, is the way you see it. So go ahead and click OK and get out of here. Now we can go back over here to Window and click on Preview again. And I'm going to blow this up. Now you can see where this is what it's going to burn as, and as I click the invert image, this is how it's going to look on our piece. And looking at this, pull that in a little bit, this looks pretty good. I like that. You can see we've got a 3-hour burn. That's not too bad. It's probably going to be about 3.5. We'll see how it goes. That looks good. Let's go ahead and get this piece framed up and get this burn started. So I've already got my canvas laying in there. So all I need to do is I need to send this to origin, because as I've said before, I run off center, so my origin sends my laser to center. I'm going to go ahead and check my height on this and make sure that I'm in focus. Alright, now that I've done that, I've bumped my laser around a little bit, so I want to make sure that I home this again. That way I know I'm back at 0 before I start my burn. That way if anything happens during my burn, I can just go back to home, restart my burn in the middle of it. You know the routine, we're good to go. Alright, our laser's back home. We're going to go ahead and send her back to origin. Alright, we're centered up. Let's go ahead and frame it, see where we're at. Alright, give it one more check. Alright, she looks good. Let's get this burn started. I will post the results at the end of this video. Thanks for joining me. Please like and subscribe to this channel, and we'll see you again. Thank you.